All right, everyone. Welcome back to Simply On Chain. Recently, I feel like everybody's been trying to give their own prediction for the Bitcoin price or debate whether or not the 4-year cycle is still in play. In my opinion, these are all of the wrong questions to be asking. There are simply way too many variables that go into these questions that none of us have the answer to. So any answer that you get is nothing more than an educated guess. The only thing that will remain unchanged when it comes to a Bitcoin price prediction is human behavior. And luckily for us, we can monitor this on a blockchain and see when we are at a time when prices might be a little overextended. Let me show you what I mean. Here I've got a chart of the Bitcoin HODL Waves. It is a visual representation of the amount of short-term holders versus the long-term holders.
That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative. My math specialist. Look at him. You notice anything different about him? Look at his face.
That's pretty racist.
Look at his eyes. I'll give you a hint. His name's Yang.
The short-term holders are the orange and pink colors that you see, and also the very, very light brown. And the long-term holders are everything else. Guys, look at how accurately monitoring and analyzing short-term holders versus long-term holders had on predicting when the Bitcoin price will peak. Whenever the short-term holders surpass the 80% mark, we are either near a local top or the actual top. And again, the short-term holders are the orangish and pinkish colors and the very, very light brown as well. Let me show you what I mean. In 2011, we hit the cycle peak here, and look at what happens to the short-term holder percentage. We go way past 80%. The same thing happens here in 2013. Here is the first local peak at about $230. What happens to the short-term holder percent? It goes way past 80%. There's a little bit of a dip afterwards, and then we reach the 2013 actual cycle peak. What happens to the short-term holders again? It surpasses the 80% threshold. Moving forward to the next cycle, following the cycle peak is the bear market. All of the short-term holders go away. All of the orange that you see over here starts decreasing and decreasing until we hit the depths of the bear market where it is dominated by long-term holders. So they're buying at a super low price of about 200s to 300s. And then as the bull run progresses, we hit the cycle peak here at the end of 2017, where the short-term holders dominate again. The long-term holders sell their coins to the short-term holders, and the short-term holders are left holding the bag, and the bear market starts after that. And fast forward to the most recent cycle peak. This was in 2021 when we surpassed 60K. At this point, short-term holders surpassed the 80% threshold, and that was your signal to get out as well before the bear market started. Now, why does this work so well? The answer is what we talked about initially. Human behavior never changes. Let me show you what I mean. During the bear market, the supply is dominated by long-term holders. As the bull market progresses, the long-term holders make a lot of money and they sell their coins to the short-term holders. All right, this is the important part. Once the short-term holders surpass the 80% threshold, there is no one left to buy the coins. So naturally, because of supply and demand, the price of the coins will drop, causing the next bear market, and the cycle repeats. All right, so where are we now? there was a huge spike in short-term holders when price surpassed 100K. As of right now, the short-term holders are still under 60%, so we still have some more room to run. So when will we hit the cycle peak? The answer is nobody knows. But whenever we do see the long-term holders sell to the short-term holders and there are no more short-term holders left to buy, you know that the bear market is coming soon. If you want updates on this chart, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. And if you do want access to the charts, I will have an affiliate link in the description below. And I will see you next time.